Right now, a weather system is forming that will dump over 6 inches of rain on parts of the United States within the next 10 days. And in one specific corridor stretching from Dallas all the way to St. Louis, some outlier forecast models are showing double-digit rainfall totals. That is not a typo, double digits. If you live anywhere from Texas to Ohio, do not close this video. The information in the next 5 minutes could protect your home, your car, and your family. Here is the question that no one is asking, but everyone should be. Why is the weather about to completely reverse course starting this week? The answer is something that happens only a handful of times each decade, and the timing could not be more dramatic. Stay with me for 3 more minutes because at the 3-minute mark, I am going to give you the exact hour-by-hour breakdown of when this storm system hits your region. But first, let me show you just how significant this pattern shift really is. For the past 90 days, the weather map over America has been stuck. The northern jet stream, our polar highway of cold air, has been funneling Arctic blasts down from Canada into the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. That is why so many of you woke up to brutal cold snaps and why the Northeast just got buried under 40 inches of snow in some areas, including parts of Rhode Island just about a week ago, 40 inches in some neighborhoods. But here is the plot twist. That northern jet stream is about to lose its grip. Something called a cutoff low-pressure system is developing off the coast of Baja California and northwest Mexico by late this week. And when that happens, the southern jet stream, what meteorologists call the subtropical jet, is going to wake up. It is going to pull moisture directly from the east central Pacific and the Gulf of Mexico northward, deep into the heart of America. This is a full weather pattern flip from Arctic dry air to Gulf moisture, and it is happening fast. Now let me get into the city-by-city breakdown you came here for. And remember, I promised you the good stuff at minute 3, so keep watching, starting in the South and Central Plains. If you live in Dallas or Fort Worth, Texas, here is your timeline. Storms begin building Tuesday evening, March 3rd. By Wednesday morning, March 4th, widespread heavy rain is moving through the metro. Wednesday afternoon is your most dangerous window. Supercell thunderstorms are possible east of Interstate 35, and the Storm Prediction Center has already placed the Dallas-Fort Worth area under a slight risk of severe weather, which is a 2 out of 5 on the severity scale, and it could be upgraded. Large hail, damaging wind gusts exceeding 60 miles per hour, and isolated tornadoes cannot be ruled out. The storm system begins exiting the area by Thursday morning. Total rainfall for Dallas through March 10th could reach 4 to 6 inches or higher. For residents of Arlington, Plano, McKinney, Garland, Irving, Grand Prairie, Mesquite, Carrollton, Richardson, and Denton, Texas, that same Wednesday window applies to you. Secure outdoor furniture Tuesday night. Do not wait. Moving north into Oklahoma. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Stillwater, Enid, Lawton, Norman, Broken Arrow, Edmond, Moore, and Yukon. Storm energy starts building Tuesday afternoon, March 3rd, moving through Tuesday night. The hail threat is particularly elevated north of Oklahoma City toward Tulsa and Stillwater on Wednesday. The Storm Prediction Center is watching this zone closely. The system clears most of Oklahoma by late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. For Arkansas and Missouri, Little Rock, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Springdale, Jonesboro, and the Missouri Ozarks, including Springfield, Joplin, Rolla, and Poplar Bluff. This is the bullseye zone. You are looking at repeated rounds of heavy rainfall beginning Tuesday, March 3rd, and continuing through Wednesday and into Thursday. The rainfall total for this region through March 10th could be the highest in the country, exceeding 6 inches at the forecast center and potentially much higher on outlier models. Flooding risk is very real. If you live near any creek, stream, or tributary river in this region, start monitoring water levels now. For St. Louis, Missouri, and the surrounding communities including Chesterfield, Florissant, O'Fallon, St. Charles, Belleville, Illinois, and the Metro East, you are in the heart of the heavy rain zone as well. Rain begins Tuesday afternoon and runs through Wednesday and Thursday. Flooding of low-lying areas is a real concern. Let me give you a critical update that affects a specific group of people. The World Baseball Classic is scheduled to run from March 5th through March 17th across venues in the United States, Puerto Rico, and Japan. If you have tickets to games in Texas or the South Central United States early in that tournament window, specifically around March 5th and 6th, there is a significant severe weather risk that organizers and fans need to be aware of. Monitor official communications from tournament organizers closely. Now moving into the Ohio Valley and Midwest. For residents of Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, Lexington, Kentucky, Evansville, Indiana, and Terre Haute, Indiana, the rain begins arriving Wednesday, March 4th and builds through Thursday. Repeated storm rounds could push rainfall totals well above normal. The flooding risk extends through the weekend of March 7th and 8th in some of these areas. For Memphis, Tennessee, and West Tennessee, including Jackson, Clarksville, and Murfreesboro, rain moves through Wednesday night into Thursday. Heavy rainfall totals possible. Now here is the part of the forecast that almost nobody is talking about. Around March 10th, 11th, and 12th, a second and potentially stronger low-pressure system is expected to develop. Both the European and American weather models, along with their full ensemble systems, meaning dozens of individual model runs, are all pointing to this second storm. An ensemble agreement like this is rare. It means confidence is building. This second system could produce another round of severe weather across Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and the southern Ohio Valley. If you live in any of those regions, the ground will already be saturated from the first round of rainfall, meaning runoff will be faster and flooding potential will be even higher. Mark your calendars for March 10th through 12th as a high alert weather window. Now let me cover the areas that are going to miss out on this rainfall, and this is a serious concern. If you live in Florida, including Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Fort Lauderdale, Cape Coral, Tallahassee, Gainesville, Sarasota, Port St. Lucie, Pensacola, and Daytona Beach, you are not going to see significant rainfall in this pattern change. And this is a problem. Large portions of Florida are currently in extreme drought, which is one step below the worst category, exceptional drought. Southern Georgia, including Albany, Valdosta, and Savannah, also sits in that extreme drought zone. Without significant rainfall in the coming weeks, those areas are at risk of falling into exceptional drought. Fire risk and water supply stress are genuine concerns. For Alabama, including Birmingham, Huntsville, Mobile, and Montgomery, as well as Georgia, including Atlanta, Augusta, Macon, Columbus, and Athens, and the Carolinas, including Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, Columbia, and Charleston, the first 10 days of March look relatively dry. The pattern does not favor moisture reaching these areas in the near term. Now for the northern tier of the country, if you live in the upper Midwest and Great Lakes region. Minneapolis, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Duluth, Minnesota, Fargo, North Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Detroit, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Cleveland, Ohio, and Buffalo, New York. Cold air is going to hold in the north as these southern storm systems pull warm air up through the middle of the country. That temperature contrast is actually what fuels severe weather. For the northern states, the story is snow. Accumulating snowfall is likely across northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, the upper peninsula of Michigan, and into Maine through March 10th. For the Mountain West, Denver, Colorado, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Billings, Montana, Boise, Idaho, Salt Lake City, Utah. The pattern supports snowfall in the higher elevations of the Rockies and could bring measurable accumulation in feet in some mountain areas of Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming through the first 10 days of March. Denver and the Front Range will be watching for any spillover moisture for the West Coast. Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, California, Sacramento, California, Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Phoenix, Arizona. The pattern change is partly driven by a low-pressure system developing off Baja California. The Pacific Northwest and Northern California will see some rain and mountain snow. Southern California and the desert Southwest will remain relatively quiet. For the Northeast, Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, Hartford, Connecticut, New York City, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Washington, District of Columbia. Cold air will keep conditions below normal in temperatures early in the week. Some snow is possible in northern New England, particularly Maine, through March 10th. The Mid-Atlantic and New England corridor will be watching the second storm system around March 10th to 12th for potential impacts. Here is something important for people planning outdoor activities in the coming days. If you have outdoor plans in the Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, or Ohio Valley region this coming Wednesday, March 4th, take it seriously. The Storm Prediction Center does not issue outlooks days in advance for systems they are not confident in. Damaging winds, large hail, and the possibility of tornadoes make Wednesday a stay-informed day in those regions. Now, the temperature story heading into mid-March is equally interesting. As the subtropical jet pushes warm, moist air northward through the eastern United States, temperatures are going to moderate across much of the east. Meanwhile, the western United States is going to start seeing troughs and low-pressure systems develop, which will bring colder air to the west while the east warms up. It is a classic east-west split that often signals a major seasonal transition. Before I wrap up, here is what you need to do right now. 1. If you live in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, or the Ohio Valley, check your drainage systems this week. Clear any debris from gutters and drains before Tuesday. 2. If you live near any body of water, a creek, a stream, a river, monitor water levels starting Wednesday and through the weekend of March 7th and 8th, and again around March 10th to 12th. 3. If you are in Florida or the Southeast, contact your local water authority about drought conditions and any outdoor burn restrictions that may be in effect in your area. Drop your city or state in the comments right now and tell me where you are watching from. I read every single comment and I will give you the most specific forecast I can for your exact location. Whether you are in a small town in the Missouri Ozarks or in a major city like Houston or Nashville or Columbus, drop it in the comments. Your neighbors watching this video want to know what is coming for your area too. This is a dynamic and rapidly evolving weather pattern. The next 48 hours of model data are going to be critical in fine-tuning these forecasts, especially for severe weather on Wednesday and the timing of that second major storm system around March 10th to 12th. Do not miss the next update. In the next video, I am going to show you what the second storm system around mid-March looks like in detail, including which cities face the highest flooding risk and whether that severe weather outbreak on March 10th to 12th could be stronger than the one this Wednesday. You will want to see that forecast before it arrives. Stay safe out there.